So I gotta get through it, and the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Keep my head up when I act, head up, that's a fact. Never looking back, I'ma keep myself.
All right. How are we tonight? Welcome back to another episode of Crossing the Mic. Episode number 2 of hopefully many more. So let's jump right on into it. What's on the docket today, sir?
Let's see. It was upcoming attractions.
So I believe we're doing it as the watch list. We got it written right here. Sorry. First, we're going to talk about the watch list. Then we have the weekly top 10. After that, we have the second portion of the weekly top 10. And then Collectibles Weekly, the Ghostbusters Edition.
Yes.
Good stuff coming up there. So let's jump right into it. What's on the watch list today?
Well, for me at least, would be the new Firestarter coming out.
Hey, Dave. How are you, buddy?
Hello.
So, Firestarter.
Yes.
I was unfamiliar with this until the other day.
Mm-hmm.
And surprisingly enough, I found out that Zac Efron is in this. It kind of blew me away.
Mm-hmm.
Are we messaging ourselves?
Are you?
I don't know. Yeah, might as well.
Yes,
We
you
messaged ourselves. How you doing? I love it. How are we, guys? And we got another. Sorry, that was me. All right, so we're getting a little bit looser on this one. Last one was a bit stiff, in the literal sense, of course. We'll keep it PG for the moment. So Firestarter.
Yes.
You're a little more familiar with this than me.
Yeah. I've read the book.
Well, you also saw the other iteration because this is a remake, right?
Yeah, they did. After the book, you had the Drew Barrymore movie. Back when, I want to say it was after E.T.
So that was in the 70s, 80s. I'm not that old, so I'm almost there.
Then they had a sequel series that when she was older. And then they got this one coming out.
This one looks interesting to me, one, because it's modern day technology.
New to you.
And she is technically an anti-hero, is how they're portraying it this time.
She's just, yeah, I guess they are doing a little bit more.
Because she said, I kind of think of myself as a hero. So technically anti-hero because she's going after people.
The people that are after her.
True.
Yeah, the government that did the experiments on her parents that passed down to her based on the book.
Wasn't that a television show called Heroes?
Yeah, it was good for about a season.
Hey, just saying. But yeah, I mean, it looks watchable. I don't know a whole lot about it. It's a Stephen King movie for those people who are unaware.
Yep. It's not going to be a great adaptation. I just hope it's a good movie.
If you're interested. Well, it's a Stephen King book.
Yes, it was a good book.
I don't read books.
You should.
I barely read a word. What's that say? All right, so I guess that's it for...
Yeah, it's in theaters this Friday, and I think on the Peacock app as well. I think it's the same day. What is it? You want me to go into this? All right. Now we're going to move into the weekly top 10.
Okay.
I'm not going to keep
nice echo there, partner. All right, so the weekly top 10. This iteration of the weekly top 10 is going to be about video games, whether it be PC, PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Xbox One, 360, and then I guess Xbox. Well, I say one, the original, the OG.
I've got
How many Xboxes were there? There was
Xbox.
3, right? The Xbox 360, and then the one, and then now you got the
S and
yeah, but those were just crazy ass versions of the original of the one
versions.
So, but then you've got the PS1, PS2,
3, 4, 5.
but old school stuff, yeah. And then you got the NES, the SNES,
Genesis,
Dreamcast. Well, as far as Nintendo stuff, then you've got the 64,
Wii,
that one.
Switch.
I have that one.
Wii U.
Don't know about that one. But yeah, then you got all the Genesises, Atari.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that, but I was like 2.
Oh, man.
So, but jumping right on in, let's start off. I think I'll go first this time.
After you.
Since it's unassuming. So, for my weekly top 10.
Are yours in order, or are you just...
Oh, no, I'm just rambling off. I'm the rambler.
Mine aren't in order either.
Yeah. So I just figured we pick some. So let's go back into the late 90s, probably 98, with Driver on PlayStation. I mean, they had different iterations of it as the systems progressed, but I love the OG version. I skipped out of work to go buy that. I stood in line.
Hello, can you guys hear me now?
Oh yeah.
Damn. I had to redo everything in order to make this work for you guys. So I just wanted to make sure that the man behind the curtain could actually be heard if I need to jump in on something.
Very cool. Did you play Driver?
Nope, never did.
Do you remember it?
I remember hearing about it, and that's about it. I'm sure I remember a trailer, but
the downfalls of that game were you couldn't jump out of the car. Like you were in the car, it was just one car.
So it's like the Need for Speed games where you're just in the car, just driving. That's all
the original, yeah, because I think they did that partially because they didn't know how to take it, and basically, you were basically like Jason Statham was in
Transporter.
Yes, similar.
Okay.
But I liked it because of that, and it had the old crappy graphics that if you go look at it now, and they're not so great.
Yeah,
but it's a classic.
Yeah,
because I mean they went through three or four iterations of that through the growth of the PlayStation systems, and it was only on PlayStation, which now I'm sure you can get it on just about anything.
If they've released it that way. So
well,
like the PC, possibly.
You can jailbreak it. Yeah. So there, where there's a Willis, there's a way.
What you talking about?
All right, moving on.
All right. So
no,
like I said, I've got for my list a couple series just because as a whole they're great. So I'm going to go with the Batman Arkham series: Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, Arkham Knight. You can maybe include Origins. It was okay, but it wasn't the same studio. But I mean, they took Batman, and they've had some, side-scrolling stuff like that. But
touching on that comment, the top load Nintendo, the cartridges, you take them out.
Oh, GameCube,
blowing them, put them back in, kind of like the old Nintendo.
Oh yeah,
jeez Louise, man. Kids today don't know. Kids today don't know what horrible technology is. They think the disc is bad, so they went digital. But that was living.
Yeah.
If your game didn't work, oh my God. But yeah, Arkham series.
Yes.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's like, Arkham Asylum, free roam Batman, but it's more of a sandbox open world. You've only got so many places you can go throughout the asylum. Then Arkham City opened it up so you could glide around the city and beat up some fools. Then Arkham Knight, they included the Batmobile. or tank.
Yeah, I still can't bridge that damn Batmobile to save my life.
It takes some getting used to. Honestly, it's the Batmobile aspect. I mean, it was fun driving, but like the tank battles, it was just. But the story was all right. And then I got a new one coming out, Gotham Knights. It's not quite a sequel to Arkham Knight, but you get to play some of the other characters, which will be fun.
Very cool. I've not played them. They sound cool.
They are. I recommend them. You got a PS4? They've got remastered versions.
And Josh, to answer your question, Driver was re-released in 2008 to the PlayStation Network.
Very cool. I'm gonna have to find that. It's on.
You got the crazy eyes.
That's every day.
Nope.
So I digress. Is that all you got on the series of?
Oh, I could go on for a long time on that, but
Well, dive in. No? All right. So moving on. One that you have on your list that I saw, and I only wrote down the first word. The Spider-Man for the PS5.
they have the PS4 too.
It might have been the PS4. It was the PS4.
They're on PS5, but
PS4 was Peter Parker. PS5 is Miles Morales, I believe.
Yep.
I liked it. It took a little bit to get used to, but overall it was enjoyable.
Oh yeah, they're amazing games. And honestly, I
like
enjoyed
the suits.
Miles Morales more.
The suits were awesome. You know, you touched on a lot of the stuff that you don't normally see in the movies. I mean, you see a few. But, yeah, that was my take on that. I liked them a lot. Of course, it was the first Spider-Man game that I played, and I didn't wait in line for that. But I went and bought that along with the PS4 at once, which you can only imagine. Yeah, I mean, the graphics were really good. The story was good behind it.
Swinging.
Yeah, it was smooth.
Yeah,
I guess is the correct terminology.
Yes. Yeah, and the Spider-Man 2 movie game, the Sam Raimi Spider-Man 2 video game.
I don't remember that.
Well, that was the first one that actually had the swinging, to where you actually had to have something there to attach the web to swing instead of just attaching wherever, like all the previous ones. So it added more to it. And I mean, Spider-Man 2 was probably the best Spider-Man game up until these last two came out, the Spider-Man and Miles Morales.
So would you say it added depth?
Yeah, it would. It's one of those with those games. It's like, I mean, beat the story, and then when I'm bored, need an hour to kill or whatnot, just go swing around New York.
This is true. Yeah. I like the side missions more than I did the regular missions.
Depends on the mission. Because the only thing I've got issues with on the Spider-Man are the Mary Jane missions, which were extremely annoying.
Was that a side mission?
No, they were usually story missions, but the fact you had to do them was extremely annoying. Except for one, but I don't know if anyone's played. I won't necessarily spoil it. There was one of hers that was actually a lot of fun.
Yeah, the side missions were great. I thought fighting the bad guys on the street was a little more fun because there could be 3, there could be 15. Now, I did like the ones where you jumped through the building and you were fighting the, I don't remember the name of the bad guys, but you know what I'm talking about, right? That was cool. It was more challenging because you had to know what to do.
A lot of deaths.
That's true. Hey, but you get points for that. True. You don't in real life, but you do in the game.
That's the whole beauty of video games.
So, did you want to continue the discussion with Miles Morales, or did you work that out?
With Miles Morales, just ever since he came out as a character in the Ultimate Universe after near the end of the Ultimate Universe's run, he just became such a great character. His costume's amazing. Yeah, he's been my favorite Spider-Man for years. Nothing against Peter Parker, still love him, but Miles Morales is up there. Actually, Spider-Man 2099 is number 1, but He's there, right underneath.
Spiderman,
Yes.
or as they say, Arachnostethicus.
Or,
I don't remember what
or
movie I saw.
Spiderman in Japan.
I think that was a Will Ferrell thing.
I was always partial to Spiderman myself.
Oh yes. Mr. Spiderman.
Oh goodness.
Not to be confused with Superman.
They're neighbors.
Yeah, they live right around the block.
All right. So since you picked that one, I had to add a new one, but that's fine.
Okay, what's the new one?
That would be Super Smash Brothers. In all iterations.
That's what I was getting ready to ask. The OG or the most recent, which was 8, right?
I forget. Super Smash Brothers. No, Melee was the GameCube. Brawl. No, Brawl.
Melee was the GameCube. Mm-hmm. I remember that because they were the tiny discs.
Why did I not remember the name?
It's Super Smash Bros. Deluxe 8. Or is
that's Mario Kart?
Mario, okay. Close enough. I mean, I had that one too.
Yeah, Mario Kart's always a lot of fun. But no, Super Smash Brothers, starting out on N64, I think it was like 6, 8 characters total. And, they just each game increased more characters from different franchises. And
okay, so I got you.
Okay.
Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
That's right.
Google is the shit.
There's just so many of them to keep track of. So the Super Smash Brothers is one of those, I always played with my friends. They'd always
It's a multiplayer.
whoop me. And then I found one character I actually could
Now,
do all right with.
while we're on that subject, on the new one, you have the new one.
Yes.
Who's your favorite character?
Let's see. I'm usually better with Kirby or Sonic.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine
I'm not
is.
great with any character.
I love Pika P.
Do humanity a favor and never say that again.
Wish I could disable that button, but I don't think that I can.
You can't unhear that. I'm sorry. All right, so you had Super Smash Bros.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go once again with the old school stuff. Well, old school for me ish. Let's go GoldenEye 64.
Yes.
Horrible graphics, but it was so much fun.
No, still, for that
In
time,
today's
they were amazing.
standards, it's very bad graphics, but back then it wasn't.
Much. Yeah, it's the nostalgia aspect of it.
And it was a first-person shooter.
Mm-hmm.
And all you see was the gun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, playing with your friends, that was fun too.
Unless they were Odd Job.
Yeah, good point.
It was.
I loved it.
Yeah, probably one of my favorite first-person shooters.
In the words of Jim Carrey, I like it a lot.
Yes, but that's fun. It's still a fun game to play.
It is, but have you priced a 64 lately?
64s you can get for decent-ish price. GoldenEye,
Couple $100.
you can get it cheaper.
Locally, no, you can't. Locally here in Roanoke, Virginia.
I have to introduce you to a place then.
Are we talking Amazon?
No. A place called Game Junkies.
Yeah, that's where I looked. It was expensive.
They must have had. They didn't have much of a inventory for it at the time then.
So
The demand on GameCubes has gone back up for some reason recently.
Mm-hmm.
So
it varies.
They're all over the place on price.
sorry, I had to break free for a minute. Cramp.
But yeah. GoldenEye. Phenomenal game. Still holds up. Still a lot of fun.
GoldenEye.
Would play a remaster.
Replay remastered?
I would play a remaster.
Oh. Okie dokie.
Yeah.
So I don't remember a lot about that, just to be honest, because it was such a long time ago, because we are such old people.
True.
But it was only fun for me when I played with other people.
Yeah, for me, I'm not a big fan of those kind of multiplayer games like the Call of Duties for online and stuff because I'm not that good, but I enjoy playing the stories.
You don't have to be good to have fun.
True. But I've never known anyone who has a lot of those games, so it's usually me online with people who play often. And that's not me.
I have one.
Yes, I'm aware.
All right. So that's pretty much all I got for that.
Okay.
That was just my throwback.
Okay. So I guess I'll go for a throwback as well. Sonic the Hedgehog.
Game Genesis?
Yes. I mean, they've had some others throughout other platforms that have been really good.
But that was when it first came out, right? Was it
Original,
Genesis?
I'll say original 3. Yeah, Sega Genesis. Yeah, 1, 2, and Sonic and Knuckles. I always enjoyed Sonic and Knuckles just because I really enjoyed the Knuckles.
You forgot
character.
Sonic 3.
No, I was just saying that one. Sonic and Knuckles 3. Well, Sonic 3, Sonic and Knuckles. Or was
Sonic
3 its own separate?
3 was separate, and then Sonic and Knuckles came out after because you could bundle Sonic and Knuckles with 2
that's
and 3.
right. You can. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Okay, so I don't remember 3 too much, honestly. Now I'm thinking about it. It's mainly just Sonic and Knuckles.
I like the first one.
Honestly, I think probably the second one was probably one of the better of the original 3.
Again, I don't remember a whole lot about it, but I remember,
I just like playing as Knuckles.
Yeah.
You glide and climb up. You got different ways to beat the levels.
Yeah. So if you're listening, Sega Genesis people, who makes that game?
Sega.
Sega. Okay. Remake that game. Let's do it.
Yeah, they've
Partner up
others
with somebody.
come out like Sonic
They had
Mania.
they also had the Sega Classics come out for PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4, so you can play all the original Sega games.
Mm-hmm.
I
And now
am
that
learning
Nintendo
so
owns
much.
it, and I'm sure there'll be a version for the what the hell is it now? The Switch.
Yes.
Sooner or later.
Oh, I'm sure they will. Well, I mean, Sonic Mania was a lot of fun, so.
How crazy is that Sega and Nintendo used to be bitter rivals, and now Sega is pretty much just like, we'll give you any amount of money you want to put our crap out.
Mm-hmm.
And now you got Sonic on Nintendo. I still can't believe it.
Yep.
I'll take it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Chance for more Sonic games, except for the 360 version. Not that one.
No. What was that? Sonic 3D Blast or something?
I think it was just called Sonic.
Hey, don't look at me.
But I think it was the only Xbox Sonic that was out that was.
Oh, you're
that we
talking
got
about
all the.
Okay.
Yeah, for the 360.
That, I think it was just called Sonic. Either that or it was like Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah,
They
something
just
like
renamed
that.
it. Yeah, something stupid.
Because he finds himself through a portal into like our world. But the graphics were fine, but it was the glitches. I mean, you'd be running during one of the loop-de-loops and hit something and you fly off the map.
I think
Now-
it came out for PS3 too.
They might have.
Did it? While we're on the topic of Sega Genesis,
Mhm.
I think it was Sega. Metroid. Was that Sega?
Nope, that was Nintendo.
Damn it. Thought I had an argument. Oh well. Still a good game. Not on the list, but a good game.
Yeah, well, kind of.
You're
Kind
partial.
of, sort of, on the list. The type of game.
We'll leave that one alone.
Yeah.
All right, so you got
Yep, Sonic, you up.
you what?
You up.
You gotta remember, you gotta speak up, son. I'm an old man.
It is time for your pick.
I still have to stick with the 64. I think above GoldenEye, I really enjoyed Mario 64.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was one of the first Mario games that I can remember. I'm sure there's probably maybe one or two before where you could free roam. I think it was the first one,
I think
wasn't
it
it?
was the first for Mario.
And that was a lot of fun. I mean, it gave you a lot of freedom.
It fully used
And the
joystick on
graphics.
the
Oh
controller.
my God. The graphics. That's another game that's outlandishly expensive.
The original, sure, but you can get, they pre-done it for, you can get it on Switch.
Shouldn't have told me that.
Sure, I should have.
Dude, I haven't turned on my Switch in I don't know how long.
It's been a little while for me.
I've got
too.
I mean, I've got game systems through the wazoo. I've got 2 Xbox Ones, PlayStation 4, Wii, Switch. I haven't turned any of them on, and the Switch was the last one, probably like 3 months ago.
I turn the PS4 on every day. That's where all my apps are to stream.
Yeah, I've got Group. I got Chrome TV
Sound it out.
for that.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, overall, I think that was very well done for its time, considering it was
It's
around the
still
same
fun.
time. You know, the storyline in it was great. The controls were ultra easy because I guess some of that was geared towards little children, kids under the age of probably 13.
I mean,
But that doesn't matter. I'm still a kid, okay?
well, I mean, yeah.
I'm a 40-year-old child. We'll just throw it out there. It is what it is.
I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid.
Oh, that
Yeah.
hurts.
Maybe 10 years ago. Hey, I've heard they're still around, just not here. They're in Canada.
Canada.
Yep.
That's like their main toy store in Canada.
I've heard rumors that, of course, we're getting off topic, but I've heard rumors that an investment group bought the rights to it to where they could open them back up again, kind of like they did Earth Fair here. And they were going to do the same thing with KB Toys at one point. I don't know what happened with that. But, all right,
Apparently
so
Amazon bought Toys R Us, and they wanted to do like little pop-up shops. for
Oh.
Toys R Us.
Oh, that's right. I do remember hearing about
and they were the main competition. They were the reason Toys R Us went under.
Well, them and Walmart with all the retailer exclusives, and that's a topic we can get into when we get into the collecting thing at the end. But damn you, retailer exclusives!
Yeah. But at the same time, thank you.
Yes.
It's bittersweet.
All right, so I had Mario
Yes.
Wahoo! 64.
Okay. I'm going to go with look at this. Which one do I want to talk about next?
Oh, are you actually marking these things out?
Yeah, so I can keep track.
For those who don't know, I don't do that. I'm not that smart.
Let's go with Assassin's Creed 2.
Now, which one is that? Because I
Second
played.
one.
I don't know the difference. I bought one,
Duh.
and and it's. I want to say it's like in the Dark Ages,
Well, I mean,
but I'm not
what is
sure.
it? PS2, 3 is when the first Assassin's Creed. So I mean, it would have been Xbox.
Okay,
60.
the one I've got
So,
is
yeah,
on the
PS4.
4.
Yeah, well, I mean, 2 was also on the 3, but then they re-released the Ezio collection, who was the character for Assassin's Creed 2.
Now, are they all the same? Where he's like in a dreamlike state and
Yes.
shows? Okay,
I mean, you've got different characters that you're playing as, except, Ezio had 3 games, but technically Brotherhood and Revelations, whatever, was kind of like, they weren't like 3 and 4. They were just continuations of the story.
hold on. Let me consult Google.
But Assassin's Creed 2, they introduced the second hidden blade. You had, Italy, Rome. Well, not Rome was Brotherhood, but just the locales were different, and
All right,
the
so
world was amazing. Assassin's Creed 2 is still to this day my favorite because I bought the.
I know which one I
collection
have.
of it, and I still go through.
I have. I don't know.
I
Well-
mean, Valhalla is the newest. It was fun.
I had the
I
one
enjoyed
before
it,
that.
but that would be Odyssey or Origins. Odyssey was last. Origins was before it.
See, I'm really bad with these.
Well, we got so many of them. Origins was in Egypt. Odyssey was Greece. Unity was France.
It was this one, Assassin's Creed Renaissance.
I think that one.
It looks
Actually-
similar,
That's a book.
but it looked like that.
Yes, that'd be Ezio. So it'd be either 2 Brotherhood or Revolutions.
Or it might have been Unity. It actually, you know what, it was Unity
Was it
because it's on
France?
PSF4, PS4.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have one. I played it, or if I enjoyed it.
Yeah. I recommend 2 if you've never played it.
Are you a Final Fantasy type of guy?
Not really. I've tried to get into it.
I wanted to throw you off topic.
With the Final Fantasy games, I don't get into the big RPGs very often because I don't usually have the patience for it. Yet when I play the Batman games or the Spiderman games, you get to the stealth points. I will wait and do nothing for 20 minutes as I'm mapping out which each.
Okay. While
bad
we're
guys doing.
talking stealth points,
Yeah.
Do you remember? Oh, I had it and I lost it.
Splinter Cell?
No, it was the game that had the character's name was Snake. I had it and I lost it.
Metal Gear Solid.
Yes, you remember the original
Yeah.
for PlayStation? Do you remember how hard that was at the end?
They've all been pretty difficult.
The bad guy. Did you? How long did
played
it?
A few of them here and there, but I never really went through.
I mean, if you're watching and you've played that game, how long did it take you to figure out you got to take controller 1 and put it in 2 so you can beat the bad guy?
Oh yeah, I remember hearing about that.
Oh man, that pissed me off. I found out about it somebody at work 2 weeks after I've been trying to beat it. But that,
Yeah, I don't know. Growing up, I played most of the superhero games, and most of them were horrible.
So you believed you could fly?
No, nor would I try. That means going outside. I don't do that.
I can attest to that.
No,
This is the most light you've seen all day.
that's not true. I had to go outside at work.
This is true. All right. So you picked. What was your last one?
Assassin's Creed.
You
Okay.
want to talk about random phone calls? My brother just called me and asked me who sang the original theme song to Ghostbusters, and then B, what the name of the song was.
Wasn't that Billy Ray Cyrus?
I'm going to smack you.
I guess he's playing bar trivia, and that was one of the questions. So he just totally cheated to get the answer.
Everyone does. That's how you win bar trivia.
True.
Although you've lost a lot, right?
Oh yeah, no, I'm horrible at trivia.
Okay, so Assassin's Creed.
Mhm.
Let's go a little bit more modern. Something that I used to enjoy. Grand Theft Auto 5. And now I'm not talking the story online because I loved kicking people's ass.
Never played the online.
Jumping into the army base, stealing the jet, trying not to get blown up while you're stealing the jet.
I did that in the game.
Yeah, but you can do it all the time. Because all it would take is jump over the right part of the fence and you're in.
It's true. Just need a high enough vehicle.
But yeah, I love that game because
Yeah, never played the online.
the possibilities were endless. You know, I mean, it was classic Grand Theft Auto, but the possibilities were endless there. You could grow your character. At one point, the last time I played it, I think I had 20 cars, 3 houses, an office. I mean, it was just a multitude of things you could buy.
I'll be impressed when 6 finally comes out.
I'm waiting on that.
Yeah, we've all been waiting on that instead of the constant re-releases of 5.
Give it to me now. Yeah. I'd play the shit out of that. And
Oh,
so
yeah.
would you on PlayStation.
Yeah,
Let's
of
do it.
course.
Could you imagine a Ghostbusters game made by Rockstar Studios?
Ooh. I don't know. Would that be good or would that be bad?
Well, that would be amazing. I mean, they wouldn't need to go on the grand scale as they do for Grand Theft Auto, but
Oh, yeah, they do.
I just want to drive the Ecto.
yes.
Since they took
Technically,
that
you
out
can
of
if you
the game.
mod it.
Yeah, but you can't drive around the city of New York with a particle accelerator in your trunk, waiting to get to your next bust, which is something that they took out of Ghostbusters the video game, which is why I'm still mad at that game.
Mhm. That's fair.
I love the game, don't get me wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I was trying to be
Okay.
coy.
All right, so why don't
So-
I move on? We done with 5?
Yeah, because you probably have you played that before?
5, yeah, I've played it a few times. I love the game. I've just never done the online. Again, because I don't do a lot of actually online, with random people. All right. Sorry, I'm figuring which one I want to go with next. Let's go with one that, unfortunately, I don't think a lot of people played. The Mad Max game.
Never heard of it.
The one that
For
came out for
movies.
Fury Road.
Came out around the same time, yeah.
Yeah, that one was actually pretty fun. I got to play that
It's-
before Blockbuster closed.
Oh, Blockbuster, my favorite job.
Mine
Careful.
too.
Yeah,
You're showing your age.
yeah.
I
I'm aware.
worked at the Blockbuster in Garfield Heights, Ohio. We were one of the last stores to close.
Oh man, no. Unfortunately, ours closed. I'm hoping to do a trip to Bend, Oregon, to the last one.
Me too.
It's a pilgrimage I want to make.
If they're watching, I've already reached out. Let's do a podcast.
They've got their own documentary too, which is
Oh, I have. I've seen it.
it's great.
It's called The Last Blockbuster.
Yes, And
I've
it's
seen
great.
it twice.
Funny story. My very first episode of Money's Crazy Mind that I brought to Red Lion Radio, my very first episode, I had one of my coworkers that I used to work with at Blockbuster as my guest, and we told all the horror stories of our times working at Blockbuster. Like, my store got raided by the FBI because they thought we were giving out bootleg copies of Borat because of the way the disc looked when that movie came out.
I don't even know what to say to that.
Oh man, that's awesome.
That's awesome.
Or the time we got a copy of Garfield the movie back infested with bed bugs.
Yeah.
I don't even want to know.
Not so awesome. All right, a little awesome.
Yeah, we had to close the store for 3 days and get it heat blasted out just in case they got anywhere in the store. Because, of course, somebody put it in the overnight bin.
Of course, why wouldn't they? Oh, people, man.
Pretty much.
But yeah, so when Mad Max came out, it's one of those that this was a past job I had, and I had some vacation time accumulating. I was going to lose some of it, so I planned it because when the Mad Max video game came out, it's the same day that the Fury Road was coming out, and they had a big collection with all 4 of them. So I took about 3 days off, watched all 4 Mad Max movies, then played the game constantly for those next 2 days. And I'm going back through it again now because I've had it downloaded digitally, and I was looking at it going, I never actually beat that game. Except going around the world, it's one of the only games I think I'll ever possibly 100%. Because it's just so much fun driving around the wastelands.
Well, that sounds like fun.
You ran out of buttons on this thing, so you got to come up with your own.
Yeah, phone comes in handy. What are you going to do? We're not that advanced yet. Come on.
That's true.
Our intro was just me holding the phone up to the mic
Do what you got to do.
and me slapping my hand
Mhm.
on
It
the leg.
works.
It does. So you had a game I'd never heard of. I heard of the movie, but not the game.
Oh man, I love the movies.
I
Love
guess
the
in
game.
your words, I need to get out more.
Now you need to stay in more.
I'm not sure that's how that works.
It's worked for me pretty well so far.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. I need to mark that one out. I'm having a special moment.
But if you've never seen all the Mad Max movies, I can let you borrow.
I've seen one,
Which one?
the first one.
Mad Max?
Yeah, not modern.
Yeah.
The Mel Gibson.
Yeah, he was in the first 3.
Yep.
Road Warriors, still one of the.
That was the one with
amazing.
Tina Turner, right?
No, that was Thunderdome.
Okay. That's the one I've seen. I've seen that one and the other one. So 2. Check.
You've
Not
seen
quite.
50% of the franchise.
That's right. Still got to see Road Warrior. It's one of the best in the series.
I'm good. Oh, yeah. Jab. You feel it?
Just go on. Just go on.
All right. So let's go back a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's not too far back, but Need for Speed Drift.
I don't remember Drift.
I think the version I played was on the Xbox, the original Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
So that would have put it, what, late 90s, early 2000s?
No, like early 2000s.
Because the original came out in, what, 99?
Something like that.
Yeah, so somewhere around there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love that because you get a souped up Miata and challenge your buddy. Let's see how long you can drift around this track. Yeah.
Okay.
Lots of fun.
Now, the only Need for Speed I played, I think, was the Burnout Paradise or something like that.
Yeah, that's the one where you crash. I've played that.
Yeah. I always enjoyed the crashes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see how many points you can rack up.
Yeah,
Got
basically.
it.
Yeah.
Strap the helmet on.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Reminds me of the time I wanted to be a crash test dummy as a kid.
speaking of Need for Speed, and this is a little off topic, but what about the movie? What did you think about the movie?
It's an okay movie.
I don't think it was horrible.
I mean,
But-
I never played enough of the games to know one way or another. But I mean, as far as the movie, stupid fun.
It was one of those that's kind of like the Fast and the Furious. You're kind of watching it now for the cars.
Yeah. And
I mean, it was no DOA
oh my god.
or Mortal
Oh,
Kombat
man.
Annihilation.
Oh, I'm so sad I've watched DOA more than 3 or 4 times.
I mean, you got to. Kevin Nash is in it.
True. Yeah. As far as video game movies, just can never go wrong with the Uwe Boll movie. That's a whole other.
Yeah,
I could
we'll get
fill a
into
show
that.
with those movies.
All right, so I had Need for Speed Drift.
Yes.
What you got?
Let's see. Let's go with just Lego games in general, because I've never played one I've disliked.
It's a love-hate relationship.
I mean, you get through all the Marvel ones, the DC ones. I'm currently going through the Skywalker saga, the new one they just released that covers all 9 movies.
It's a love-hate relationship.
All right, where's the love? Where's the hate?
Like, the stories were great,
Well, the
but I
stories
got
we saw
bored.
movies for.
I got bored really quick. My wife likes those games. I got bored super quick.
Well, you got most of them. I mean, yeah, they're streamlined for just the movies we're seeing. And then you get some of the more recent Marvel ones that, Marvel Heroes 2, I think, had a really big open world. Yeah, that you got, you go through the stories. And honestly, you go through the story real quick so that way you can free roam and get all the other stuff that way. And then, like I said, all the Star Wars ones have been great. And of course, now you got the one that incorporates all the movies. So maybe the last 2 will actually be decent to go through.
It's possible.
We'll see.
I don't know, though. I mean, to each their own. It's just not my thing.
Yeah, you get to plays. Well, I mean, I'm a huge Lego fan in general. Putting the sets together. Yeah,
Speaking of, that will be
I think you've got that one set up yet.
3 weeks from today.
Okay.
Batman, the weekly Collectibles Weekly. I'll get it right. Batman Edition.
Is that the one that you're having me jump on as an actual guest?
I think that's the one after that.
Yes.
Because
We
not
got to
only
figure out what we want to do.
Not only do I have an extensive Ghostbusters collection, I also have a very large McFarlane DC Multiverse Batman collection.
Nice. Yeah, I've got multiverse wise. I think I just picked up one. I've got a few other statues from the '89 movie, stuff like that. Some of the Lego sets.
I think I'm looking at it right now. Every McFarlane DC figure I have, other than one, is either the Batman or Joker.
Mm.
I only have one other one, and it's Superman.
Yeah, the McFarlane figures, man. Whew. I've been trying to get all the ones for the horror movies.
Sorry, I'm cheating. I'm kind of looking at the feed. I didn't notice the scrolling.
Yeah,
on the bottom.
that.
You're
Well,
welcome.
That's awesome.
Very nice.
It's also delayed.
Well, that's fine. That's just YouTube.
Hey, but you know what? The green screen looks good this week.
I know we got the lights. It helps.
It does, man. I was gonna say you guys did an awesome job with the green screen this week.
But I have an updated version coming.
Yeah, we just didn't have enough lights for the green screen. So after the show, I'm like, I need to do that. So
yes, lighting is important.
Yes. So yeah,
and lighting is important. Not that lighting, but lighting.
Huh?
Lighting.
Oh. That covers Lego games.
It does.
I was gonna say, what? I had no idea where he was going with that.
I've come to just smile and nod.
Yes, policy number 1: smile and nod.
Smile and nod and accept my special abilities or lack thereof.
I'm gonna have fun producing this show. Best part is I'm in Cleveland, Ohio. You're in Roanoke, Virginia. So
that's only a stone's throw.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stone you throw.
That will go very far. 5 feet, maybe.
Put the
all right
down, Josh.
Yeah, good point. Hey, nobody said I was smart. They just said talk and I could talk.
And cause the camera to autofocus.
So where were you now?
Finish with Lego games.
Okay.
You up?
I was looking because you didn't mark it out.
I did too. It's right there. I only marked through the ones that I took and added new ones.
I'm catching up. I'm on a dot matrix printer still, so we're good. Let's talk Donkey Kong 64. What did you think of that?
Most of the Donkey Kong games are great.
Kong.
Mm-hmm.
Now, who was your favorite character, Donkey Kong or Diddy Kong?
Always preferred Donkey Kong.
My man.
Yeah. I mean, all the characters throughout, the SNES games they've been a lot of fun, but I don't know. Donkey Kong's always been my guy.
I'm still trying to figure out when Donkey Kong stopped trying to steal princesses and wanted to start throwing barrels at alligators.
I want to say around the N64 time.
Yeah, they turned him from a villain into a hero.
Or is it when, I guess maybe Bowser took over and then Donkey Kong's like, yeah, no, that guy's messed up. I should change my ways.
It is a conundrum.
Mm-hmm.
But that N64 game did start a Donkey Kong cartoon, too.
Yes. Oh, man, I forgot all about that.
True that.
Nostalgia berries.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You remember the Donkey Kong cartoon? Because I remember. Good time.
Gonna push a button as I'm laughing. That's messed up.
Sorry, I was trying to hold that one in.
I don't remember Donkey Kong 64 too much, honestly.
Oh, dude, that wasn't the first one I played, obviously.
Yeah. Because
you had Donkey Kong on the Atari. Their Donkey Kong was on the Atari. You look at me like I'm crazy, I swear to you.
All right, I'm Facebook fact-checking that one.
Yeah. Let's see. Atari.
All right, score 1 for Josh. Donkey Kong was on the Atari.
Okay.
Oh, actually, wait. Nope. Donkey Kong is a 1981 arcade platform video game released by Nintendo. Its gameplay maneuvers Mario across platforms to ascend a construction site to rescue Pauline from the giant gorilla named Donkey Kong. All
Holy
while
crap,
trying
she actually
to
had a name?
I know, that's what I was thinking too. All while trying to avoiding or jumping over obstacles. However, it was developed by Atari.
I don't know. It says Donkey Kong, Atari 7800 and 2600.
Yeah. Well,
But it's the same game.
Yeah.
One was remastered, though.
well, they were just really some new systems. I don't think
Yeah.
they did remastered back then.
Hey, but
The Atari 8-bit computer conversion of Donkey Kong.
I'll take a half a point for that one.
No,
Yeah, you
you're
get
right.
half a point.
All right, moving on. We're going to run out of stuff.
Oh, it was
here.
on ColecoVision.
Whoa. Forgot that was a thing.
That's old school.
Oh, yeah. ColecoVision. I'm trying to remember that one. I don't know. I never had an actual gaming system until, I had a Game Boy, but until I bought my own, and that was PS2.
My first one was Sega Genesis, actually.
Mm-hmm. So I always went over to my friend's house. They had all the game systems, so I went over there to play games.
It's funny because me and my friends do a retro gaming night, and we hook up the original NES, the SNES, the Sega. All those guys run to the NES. I'm like, all right, I'm just sitting here playing Sonic.
Mm-hmm.
Up, down, left, right, A, start. Yay, final stage.
Yeah, I bought this in first. PlayStation 2 is the first actual system I bought. I don't know if people do that.
Yeah.
And it still takes me back to that. But so I spent all my Christmas money getting a PS2, and then I had no idea what tax was at that time, and so all my Christmas money went to the PS2, including for the tax. So I had no money whatsoever for a game, except for some of the demo discs you get for some of the magazines and stuff like that. So, but I did have a Blockbuster gift card, going back to Blockbuster, and of course it was after Christmas time, so there was very little to choose from. So the first game I played on the PS2 was the Scorpion King movie game, and holy shit, was that bad.
I'm sorry you had to live that memory.
Yeah. That rent-free in my head, mainly because the aspect of I didn't know. That's how I learned what tax was. Was the first time I bought something like that for myself.
I was more talking that you had to play the Scorpion King video game.
Yeah, it was apps, and I wasted my gift card on that game.
The Rock says, I wish I can go back and never make that movie.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry, I digress.
Yes. Next.
That was my go.
I don't know. I lost track.
Yeah, maybe. All right. So,
Yeah, Josh said Donkey Kong,
yes, that's
which
right.
sent us on a wild tangent.
Yes, as one does. So Axiom Verge. Yeah.
Oh, who don't know what?
Axiom Verge. It's for. I mean, you get it for I think all the systems, Switch, PS4, Xbox, all that. But I mean, it's a Metroidvania game, which are some of my favorite genre of games. You get the Metroid Castlevania, where you go to different rooms and you unlock more of the map, and as you get power-ups, you can get to different
You have some of the weirdest games. I'm just going to tell you.
well, I have an eclectic taste. But yeah, so you go through, and as you get power-ups, defeat bosses, do all that stuff, you can go back to past rooms to get to other locations, like you did in Super Metroid, like you did in the Castlevania games. But so it's got its own genre called Metroidvania, and all the games are like that. Axiom Verge is one of those, and has become one of my absolute favorite games. I've played through about 10 or 12 times.
Nice.
Yeah. And now that we're talking about it, I'll probably start it back up again. Just because that's what, I highly recommend. If you got a Switch, get it. It came out with Axiom Verge 2. It was okay. Not great, but but I do recommend the first one. So good.
Sounds weird.
No, I mean, it is, but that's the whole point. Yeah.
Okay, well, with that being said, I think we're going to go ahead and cut to a break. 8 minutes, sound good?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Getting adjusted.
I'm adjusted. All right. So now, before we jump back into the rest of the weekly top 10 for this week, let's jump into what we have coming up. So let's see here. So on May 11th, that's Wednesday, there's going to be an episode of the podcast coming up with one of the ultimate tribute bands, Van Halen. So that's going to be wherever you find your podcast. Make sure, check it out, leave a comment, rate it. Sure would help me out. So, all right, let's jump back into the top 10.
All right. I believe it's you.
It's me. It's me.
Indeed.
All right. No. Yes. Maybe?
Yeah. We ended on Axiom Verge.
Ah, that's right. The game nobody's ever heard of.
Yeah, no, that's a shame.
Okay. So, one of my most recent favorites, it's kind of a toss-up. We'll get to both, but I think Call of Duty Cold War. I like the online play on that, mainly because not only can you play with your friends and play on the same team, but you can play zombie mode, which I think is in most of them.
Most of the last 6 or 7 Call of Duties.
But the story mode on that was great. Now, I haven't gotten through the whole story, but I've probably gotten 50% of the way through, and I loved it. I know you recently just bought it, so you haven't played it yet.
No, I have not. I need to. But usually story mode's the thing I usually play for Call of Duty. I'll do some zombies sometimes.
Yeah. But the a couple of the story mode things on there, you know, the story itself is really well-rounded. The graphics, I mean, it's just an all-around well-rounded story there. But the online multiplayer mode is fun because there's several different things you can do. The thing that I liked was playing on teams of 5, even if I sucked at it, which, if we're being frank, I do. But
yeah, that's why I don't play online usually. Is I'm so bad.
It was one of those that even if you suck at it, if you're playing with friends, you're having fun.
Oh yeah,
and that's what it's all about. Have some fun. So, you know, that for me is up there in the top echelon. Another big word for me. So I thoroughly enjoyed that. If you going a little off topic, but if you go to our old YouTube channel, the Beyond Roanoke YouTube channel, not Beyond Roanoke Entertainment. Thank you, Google.
Mm-hmm.
I streamed it several different times on there, and had pretty good reception on that. So it was fun to do. I just all around, I enjoyed playing the game. So you have to dive into it. Once you get the kind of feel of how things are, you should. Once I get the Ethernet cord hooked up, play online because that's fun.
Yeah. I'm more likely to do it when I'm playing with friends than I am just randomly with people.
But
just
you know,
all my games in general.
I've played a couple of the other Call of Duties. There was one, I think it was called World War, from like World War I or II.
They had World War II come out, I think. A couple years
It might have been World War II. Yeah.
Call of Duty used to always be just World War II. And then they went to more recent or, recent-ish. And then they went back just to World War II, which I heard was okay. I never played it, but I kind of got out of Call of Duty games for a while.
But that's one of the tops. I got 2 more, not necessarily in any kind of order, of course.
So
do you have any more weird ass games?
I mean that's kind of a matter of opinion, honestly. But for me, I guess the next I go with the Uncharted series.
Heard it, never played it.
Highly recommend them. 4 is probably my favorite to play, just because they've added some other elements as far as like grapple boat type, which adds a lot more fun elements to it. But I mean, all the games have been amazing. They did so there's 4 Uncharted, and then you've got kind of a spin-off type of some of the characters that have shown up in the others, which I think was, I can't remember what it was called actually, but it was a lot. It's a shorter game. Wasn't meant to be as long as some of the others. So it was meant to be shorter, but they're a lot of fun. The Tomb Raider games have always been a lot of fun. So this took just a different aspect of Tomb Raiding in a way.
Now we all know why you like Tomb Raider.
Yeah, they were a lot of fun. Especially the most recent 3 were great. Well, I don't have those on my list, but
that's not why.
Enlighten me.
You like the movies basically because of who played it.
So we're talking games.
Both. They were both well endowed in the right area.
The movies were, most recent was.
It was better than the others.
Better, yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, I don't know. Uncharted games. Yeah.
Hey, what are you going to do?
They're worth a playthrough if you haven't.
Playthrough if you haven't?
Yeah, play through them. They're great games.
Nice.
Pitfall.
Yeah, there are just like the Tomb Raider games. You got some parts where you don't have that jump just right. Just end up falling and just pisses you off every time.
Damn snakes.
Why they'd have to be snakes? It's a different franchise, but okay.
Hey, symbolizes death.
Sure.
It does.
Yeah.
Yes.
I believe it's your turn, sir.
Is it? Oh. What to pick? Let's go old school PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
The OG NASCAR 95.
I can honestly say the only NASCAR games I played were in the arcade.
Or it could be NFL. One of the two. And
pretty opposite ends of the spectrum.
You got to be careful with the NFL part.
Okay.
Because they are watching.
Okay.
But they both were really good for what they were.
I don't know.
I horribly sucked at them, but I still play them.
I mean, they had some NASCAR games in the arcades when they still had arcades.
Now, are we talking about the sit down and drive? So when you turn the steering wheel halfway, it doesn't do anything?
I mean, unless you've got one that worked decently.
The only NASCAR simulator that I ever enjoyed was way back when they first opened the Walmart at Valley View Mall. So that was probably 20 some years ago,
At least.
probably 25 years ago now, because I was still in high school.
Yeah.
And that was like, it was the car, you got in the car, and it was a game.
Yeah.
It was realistic as hell.
Yeah.
So that was the only one that I enjoyed. Now, granted, it was only like 2 minutes.
Yeah,
But still, get back in line, do it again.
So unless you were good. Now, about my favorite thing when you got into like an actual vehicle, that was the pod racing game. Star Wars pod racing.
That was 64, wasn't it?
Possibly, although they re-released it on Switch.
But it was a Nintendo game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was 64.
Yeah, but I mean, they had an arcade version of it where you actually had the.
I think I remember playing it because
thing you had to move to the left and right faster.
Oh, you're talking about arcade?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The only NASCAR game I played was arcade. No, right on time.
Tardy to the principal's office. Yeah, so I mean, I enjoyed them as they got progressive and moved to different systems because you had them on the Xbox as well,
Yes.
the PlayStation.
Mhm.
It was like, not to get off topic, but it was like the wrestling games. The older stuff, they were challenging, but challenging enough to where you could, easy way to say it, learn how to play it without throwing the controller across the room.
Oh, the new wrestling games, you really just got to deal with all the bugs they have.
Not just that, they were harder to play.
I don't know. I mean,
You had to press like 16 buttons. Not that there's 16 buttons, but you know what I'm saying. You had to press the majority of the buttons to get it to jump or move or whatever.
Yeah.
Now, last year's WWE game, was it 2K21? Horrible.
Yeah.
I bought it. Wish I hadn't.
I've heard 22 is actually improved.
22 is a little bit better, but WWE has actually canceled their contract with 2K. So they're going to be getting a new game developer for WWE 23.
I'm just waiting for
Thank
the
God.
AEW video game.
Now, is that on Juke? Juke's making that?
Yes.
They made some good games because they made the earlier wrestling games for WWE at one point, I think.
Yeah, I think the
THQ.
SmackDown versus Raw was.
That's
always-
right. Yep.
Yeah.
Juke made the original ones, and then THQ took over, and then it was 2K.
Now, we'll say, just kind of getting off topic again,
That's what we do.
way back when they did the John Cena 15th year anniversary, I got that.
Yeah.
Dude, that shit was expensive, but I got it. I got the one that they did, I think, a year or two after the Ric Flair. I got that, and it came with a Funko Pop. Oh,
You
Me and
paid
my
the
Funko
extra
Pops.
$20 to get that Funko Pop.
actually, I didn't buy it from the company. I bought it in an online auction.
Wow.
I think I paid $100 for it. I just really wanted it. I didn't care how much it was.
Yeah, I've been there.
Hey, but yeah, that's off topic. But you know,
Again,
that's
what
what
we
I do.
Yeah, that's what we do. If we're not off topic, we're not on topic.
What topic are we on?
Wait,
I
what's
have
the
no
topic?
clue. Yeah, exactly.
All right.
All right.
So,
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
oh, you freaked him out earlier.
Oh yeah, when you first started, thought I was going
I'm
crazier than I already am.
I'm surprised you didn't go, God, is that you?
Oh god, I could have had a real genius moment. That'd have been great.
No, that would have been like a Zoolander moment. Remember we picked up this tiny phone? God?
Tyler,
I'm going real genius.
your father.
Oh great, someone else I can disappoint.
This is what I deal with on a daily basis.
Yes.
You know what they say? If you never always expect disappointment, because guess what? You'll never, ever be disappointed.
Yes.
What's that from?
Oh no.
Oh, it's recent. It was
You're
in
telling no, he's
3 different movies. Same genre, same actors.
he did Spiderman.
All 3.
If you're not first, you're last.
Mm.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
That's why I got the pen. Oh, they can't. It's not on camera. They can't see that.
No. I don't think they want to see that.
My pen.
Yeah. It's generic.
Have you met me?
Hey, while we're going there, mine's thinner.
I thought talking about balls was Wednesday nights.
Oh, shit.
I'm going to move on.
Yeah, let's do it.
So I'm going to go with Star Wars games.
All right, be more specific. I've played a few.
Okay. So Jedi Fallen Order, one of the most recent ones.
I have that one.
A lot of fun.
Is that the one with the
Buggy,
young
but a lot of fun.
the young Jedi?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that one actually.
yeah, it's a lot of fun, and probably one of the reasons I need to get a next gen system, because if the sequel comes out, it's only going to be on next gen.
Those bastards.
Right?
They'll eventually make it to where it's backwards compatible.
Probably not with those.
Eventually,
Well, the
it'll
PS5,
happen.
the PS5 is supposed to be backwards compatible with the PS4, but I heard it does not work very well.
That's not surprising. I mean, I'm a Sony guy, but So you got Jedi Fallen Order, then you got the original Battlefront games, which
Talk about nostalgia.
right, yeah. So those were great. Like the new ones, the space flight in the first one was actually a lot of fun, but they changed some stuff in the second one, which ruined it for me. Of course, then they made was it Squadrons, which was a lot of fun. And I got a PlayStation VR. I just haven't played that on it, but I need to. But I'm afraid of motion sickness for that.
You know, talking bad about Star Wars, if George Lucas was here, he'd fire up his lightsaber.
Is that a euphemism?
It is.
And the bit has now failed.
It's not even a lightsaber
It's
sound.
What the
not.
hell was that?
Hey, I don't know.
But I mean, I've already covered the Lego game, so I won't talk about Lego Star Wars.
Those were okay.
Yeah.
Force
Again, it was
Unleashed.
Lego.
Well, okay.
Okay.
Well, I mean, yeah, as a Lego game, it was decent.
Force Unleashed.
As the movies, not so much. Again, another topic I could go all day about.
Let's not. There's not enough time for that.
Yeah, no.
No, it's so weak.
Still not a lightsaber.
It was not supposed to be. Okay.
Your last one, sir.
Oh. Is it? Yes, it is. Rocket League.
Yes.
I am super bad at that. Like,
So much fun to play, though.
it's like a 2-year-old is playing in a 40-year-old man's body. It's horrible.
Mhm.
But it is fun.
Yes. You played the Rumble mode.
No. Maybe?
You get, like, 10 seconds after the game starts, you get some kind of power up. Some kind of hook or an arrow or a magnet to help move the ball to the other side. Then after you use it another 10 seconds, you get a different one. Adds so many more elements to the game. It's so much fun.
I can't say I have, sir.
Yeah, I recommend it. There we go. That was bugging me. Now we're good. I can calm down now. Fine. We've got that lightsaber.
Yeah, I could
Almost
see
went and
steam
got one.
coming out from underneath your hat there.
Oh,
Is that because you were hot
That's
or
just-
is because you were thinking?
that's just where the heat's got to escape from.
Oh,
Yeah, I almost went and got one of my lightsabers for get that noise.
The power of YouTube.
this is true.
Yes.
All right, so last one.
All right. So this actually did save because it is one of my number ones, and that's the Ratchet and Clank series.
Sounds familiar.
So
Just a man and his raccoon.
Got a Ratchet's a Lombax meets up with Clank, who's a robot. They go around space trying to stop evil scientists and madmen from taking over the world.
So it's basically a ripped off version of Star Fox.
I would call it Banjo and Kazooie in space.
That's pretty accurate. You want to get smacked, don't you?
Yeah, too close for comfort.
Oh, it would make great television.
I'd end up hitting the mic like I did last week.
Yeah. What was that? Oh, I was trying to grab my drink.
So I had to move my drink this week over here. So when I go off screen, I don't hit the mic.
If I had $1 for every time I hit the microphone during a live broadcast, I'd be a millionaire. So you're in good company.
Hmm. But you never played Ratchet and Clank games. There's one on PS4
I may have.
that's
I
based
don't
on
know.
the movie, but also a remake of the original.
The only thing that I can think of that's even close to that, and it's probably not close. I'm just mean like in the name was Banjo and Kazooie.
Yeah, that's N64.
Like I said,
Yeah.
Banjo Kazooie in space.
That's essentially what it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
both.
Now, what was
great games.
the one that they just re-released? It was on the original PlayStation. It was the fox that had the backpack. I can't think of his name.
Box that had it back?
That's probably not what he was, but
Are you talking
Why?
about Crash Bandicoot?
that's it.
Oh, where's the backpack?
He had a backpack in one of them, didn't he?
He was wearing a backpack in the N64 version.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, those are fun games too.
Yeah, I'm a smart fellow, okay?
Whatever you gotta tell yourself.
Hey, every once in a while, a squirrel finds a nut. Especially a blind one.
Did you see that Blue Sky Studios, after Disney shut them down, finally gave Scrat his acorn?
I did.
It made me cry.
Well, it's been, what, 15 years since the first Ice Age came out?
Has it?
I don't know how long
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
That is a good song.
Overplayed like a motherfucker, but yes.
Oh no, he's pulling out IMBD.
Yeah, got to. 2002, it's been 20 years.
Long enough.
Jiminy Christmas.
Right?
While we're on the subject of old things,
Okay.
what about the new movie Lightyear coming out? That's solely off topic, but
Oh, I think it's going to be great.
The
Tim
Toy
Allen's
Story
not
game was
doing
good,
the
too.
voice of Buzz. I'm not interested.
Yes, I'm with you on that, but at the same time, it's...
I agree and disagree.
Yeah, I mean, I was mad about that too, but...
It's a different iteration.
Right. But at the same time, it's, I mean, yeah, it should still be Tim Allen. But...
He probably didn't want to do it.
Oh, no, I don't think so. I mean,
They
he's...
never even
Yeah.
asked. Because all that bad press came out about Tim like 15 years ago or whatever that was. And ever since, that's why we never got Santa Claus 4.
They're doing the Santa Claus TV show, though.
But is
And
he playing?
he is.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
I guess Disney was willing to bury the hatchet with that, but they won't bury the hatchet with Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, go figure with that, huh?
I got a jar of dirt. I got a jar of dirt.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's...
If
But
you've
yeah,
been,
not-
if you've been following that trial, you got the reference.
Yes. I see some clips every now and then. I don't really
Yeah.
follow it, but...
Basically, Amber Turd made a comment that he had a bunch of cocaine in a jar, an old antique jar, and then somebody took the clip from, I believe it was Pirates 2, where he had the
Yes.
jar of dirt
Mhm.
and clipped it on the end of her statement, and he's just, I got a jar of dirt, I got a jar of dirt, and you'll never know what's inside of it.
I think he'll win that.
He already
Totally
has.
off topic.
He already has, because Amber Heard's closing remark, or actually Johnny's lawyer's closing remarks was a clip of her admitting that she beat the ever-living piss out of him. She literally said, "You're a white man that's rich. Nobody will ever believe that you were domestically abused." That says it all right there.
She's going to be broke. Okay.
Discovery is firing her as Mira, by the way.
Yes. Yeah, I think she's got like 10 minutes in the new movie, and that's it.
Well, that's the last DC movie that Warner Brothers is releasing. So that's the only reason, and it's already in the can. So
Yeah.
it's not like they can go back and well, they could, but it would probably put some plot holes in the movie if they did. So, but now that Discovery has taken over, they said we will no longer work with Amber Heard, and they said they're just going to kill off the character of Mira.
Are we talking Aquaman?
Mhm.
Okay, just making sure.
That is correct, sir.
All right.
It's a nerdgasm show. I mean, it fits.
Mm-hmm. Are you ready for the next one?
Yeah.
All right. So, to close out the show, we're going to do Collectibles Weekly Ghostbusters Edition. And this is going to put some salt in the wounds of some certain people.
I hate you! Now, I
Yes.
have to ask, how much did you pay for that?
I pre-ordered it at $150, but it actually only paid $100 for it.
Oh, so you pre-ordered it. So
I did, yes.
You haven't even opened it yet.
I have opened it. I had to, because I mean, come on, I had to get that book.
Yeah, that's the only. Well, I wanted it for that, and I also wanted it for the test print of the original movie,
Yes.
which I have not seen yet because Barnes and Noble, the bastards, canceled my pre-order.
Oh shoot, it's upside down.
Now I have to ask, what did you do with your digital code for the 2016 Abomination?
I haven't done anything with any of them right now. They're still in there somewhere. I'll get to it. So yes. So this, as you can see, got that ghost trap look. Comes with Ghostbusters, Ghostbusters 2, Afterlife. Let's see if I can get this one. Yes, there we go.
Now the only issue,
And of course,
is
it's a
that
green light, so it's yep. So that's why you can see through it that way. But just know there's a green light here.
Actually, if you
I
put
was
your
just
hand
actually-
over the...
I was actually just about to ask if you got the UK one that didn't light up, or if you got the good American one that does light up.
Yeah, I got the one that lit up.
Now, next question.
Mhm.
Since we all know, if any Ghostbusters fans that are watching, we all know the issues that people were having with this box set. Did you have all the proper discs?
So far, I mean, yeah, I mean, I've got. Well, that's right. Let's double check, shall we? Because honestly, I mean, I've opened the box, but I haven't actually opened much else with it.
Because some people were getting 2 copies of Ghostbusters 1, some people were getting 2 copies of Ghostbusters 2.
Interesting, because this is new for me, so I'm not 100% certain. Let's find out. Okay, so far so good. And I should probably open these away from the mic.
Oh, no, the pop sounds good. It rubs it in a little bit more.
Nostalgia. When the movies would come back from Blockbuster, you had to open every case.
Oh, yes. Oh. All right. So far, it seems like I'm good when it comes to that. I was not one of those affected.
Because, all right, so let's let everybody know when that set originally came out. That came out at the end of January, I believe.
I think
January 31st, I think, was the shipping
I think
date.
so. I believe so. Whenever Afterlife actually came out is when this was released at the same time. So it was either
The
end of
Afterlife
January,
Blu-ray
beginning.
came out the end of January, February 2nd.
Yes, that's right. February 2nd. That's when this came out as well, or at least that's when I got it.
So, Sony, it's now May 10th, and
Mhm.
Sony is just now shipping out the replacement discs for everybody.
Oh. Yeah, that's... Oh.
Not only that, but like I said, Barnes & Noble canceled my pre-order day of release.
Mm.
They didn't even email me. Like, I'm waiting for shipping confirmation. It never came. They took the money.
Yeah, of course.
So then I call them, and I'm like, hey, I never got my shipping confirmation. Oh, yeah, we never received our shipment. So where's my money? It'll be refunded in 72 hours. No. Now. If I don't get my movies, I want my money. I eventually did get the money back, but it did take them 72 hours.
Hmm. Yeah, that's...
The good thing is that the price on those sets is coming down on the third party market, so I can get one for $200.
It's not bad.
No, I just need the money to be able to pull the trigger. So
Well, that's why I don't normally pre-order a lot of stuff. Just, yeah, if I get it kind of thing. But this is one of those that I really wanted to do because I never know if I'm going to have the money when it comes out kind of thing.
now I do have Ghostbusters 1 and 2 on VHS, Ghostbusters 1 and 2 on DVD, Ghostbusters 1 and 2 on Blu-ray, Ghostbusters 1, 2, and Afterlife on 4K. But I do need that set. Mainly just because they added even more deleted scenes. They added the work print version of the original movie. And that Making Ghostbusters book hasn't been available since 1986. So that is definitely, that right there clinches that set for me.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, Making is green, so it's not sealed.
Of course. But yeah, I mean, you know, you've got the original working scripts, bunch of behind the scenes shots, artwork from creatures, what may have been. I mean, yeah, it's.
They also have the original wand versions of the proton packs in there, where they looked more like batons than they do the neutrona wands that we've all come to know and love in 38 years.
Mm-hmm. Trying to see if I can find it.
Because I know in the visual history of Ghostbusters book, it's in there. And also, if you have seen the documentary Cleaning Up the Town, which is absolutely amazing, they feature it on there as well.
I will have to watch that.
Available to stream on Crackle.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Crackle's one of those underrated apps.
Also, the entire first season of the real Ghostbusters is available on Crackle as well.
Actually, oh shoot! No, think about it. As far as collectors go, I do actually have that whole series.
The Time Life set?
I believe so.
The one that came in the firehouse?
No, maybe.
Good luck finding that for under $500.
Yeah, I can't remember what my set is, and honestly, it's on one of my shelves, and I'm not 100% certain where it's at.
Black cover?
No, I don't think so.
No. They've released the so-called complete series, but they didn't include any of the Slimer in the real Ghostbusters episodes in there, so it's not technically the complete series.
Oh.
The only way you can get the complete series is if you have that Time Life set. And like I said, good luck finding it for under $500.
Right. Yeah, I'll have to look. You know, now that we're talking about this, I do actually have. I have the Lego Firehouse, Ghostbusters Firehouse.
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
what I want.
It
I
was.
have the Play Mobile one.
Thought about getting that one.
That one's actually a lot of fun. And you
Yeah,
can
the
actually fit
Lego
Play
set
Mobile
was.
Ecto in it too. So
Ooh. I had, and I think I lost it in the move. I had the Lego Ecto one. One of them. I don't think I have the newest one. I had one of the earlier ones they released. And I'm not 100% certain where it is. So I think I lost it in the move somewhere throughout the years.
So you've never watched any of the discs that came in that set?
I have not. Not yet, no.
Because I'm wondering if the transfer of Ghostbusters 1 and 2 is any better than the one that came out in the 35th anniversary 4K set. Because the Ghostbusters transfer on the original 4K set is absolutely god-awful. It is a grain fest. I mean, the movie's 38 years old. I mean, you can only expect so much, but...
Right.
I mean, I have Halloween, the original John Carpenter Halloween, on 4K.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like they shot it today. Alien looks like they shot it today. So, Ghostbusters looks like crap? I mean, come on.
Yeah. Yeah, it
Ghostbusters
maybe.
2 doesn't look that bad. But,
Yeah, maybe they.
because I do know that they put Dolby Vision on it, so I'm wondering if they ran the print through a few more times to clean the picture up a little bit.
It's a good question. I'm not sure yet. I need. Actually. I'm going to have to this week, actually.
Actually?
Yeah. Because of what our top 10 is going to be next week.
You know it. So is that your collectibles weekly?
Yeah, that I can actually move the firehouse. I'm afraid of dropping it, so don't really bring that into shot.
So do
All
you
right.
guys agree that Hasbro needs to get up off their Rudy Poo candy asses and re-release the Kenner Firehouse already?
That would be nice.
Now, I'm hearing that the only reason they haven't released it is because stores are complaining about shelf space that it would take up.
I mean, I kind of get that, but at the same time, come on.
HasLab. The Proton Pack sold out. The Proton Pack exceeded max goal, so we get all the unlockables with that HasLab Proton Pack. Do you not think that if they did a HasLab for the Kenner Firehouse, that it would exceed expectations in 20 minutes?
Oh, it absolutely would.
And upgrade the thing. Like, give us a couple more options for it, you know? Ow.
Yeah, there's so many other things they should. But no, that definitely is one of those that would absolutely be worth the shelf space.
And maybe even do, like, another run of the original Fright features.
Hmm.
There's so much stuff they can do with those Kenner toys.
Mm-hmm.
Or even just give us Ghostbuster 2 versions of the Plasma series. With slime blowers.
Ah, the slime blowers.
Memories.
Mm-hmm.
You remember Slime Blower? I remember. So what you got, Josh?
Oh, that's it. That's his baby.
You don't have anything for the Ghostbusters Collectors Corner?
No, I do not.
What? See, you should have had me on as an actual guest because I have things.
What's next? Because we've run out a little bit of time.
Yeah. A little bit left.
All right, well, for me, even though people can't see it, I'll give a Ghostbusters collectible. So I actually have an unpunched, original Ray Stantz Fright feature still on the card.
Unpunched?
Unpunched.
Oh my.
Mint on card.
Completely.
Mm.
And it's the rare European version that has all the other languages on it, too.
Interesting.
No el español.
You don't in español. I don't know. I got nothing.
But
I
that
barely
was
speak
actually
English.
that was actually given to me as a gift after I joined the Northeast Ohio Ghostbusters.
Oh, it's an amazing gift.
Isn't it, though?
Yeah.
And then the Spengler's Neutrona Wand, the one that Hasbro just recently released that was based off of Afterlife. Apparently, all the Entertainment Earth ones that are just now starting to make their way from the pre-order, the second pre-order that they did, no orange tip. They all have the silver tips. So it looks like the only ones that are going to be orange tipped are the ones that Hasbro is going to be sending out later this year.
Interesting.
Because I guess they were getting complaints from Comic-Cons of people coming in with them that they have the silver tip and they look, quote unquote, too realistic.
Isn't that the point?
Right, yeah, because,
I mean, an unlicensed nuclear accelerator is a real thing. I mean,
right.
You got the tools and you got the talent.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I'm sure someone's tried.
I mean, the cyclotron is a real thing. I mean, it's basically the arc reactor.
Yeah.
And people have successfully built arc reactors. So, I mean, you could essentially build a cyclotron.
Mm.
However, you do need 1.21 gigawatts of electricity to run it, so you still need plutonium.
Mm-hmm.
Weapons grade, as Doc Brown would say.
God, I love those movies too.
Okay.
So, speaking of John Carpenter just got announced as appearing at Steel City Con in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, this August.
Ooh. Damn, I don't think I have enough vacation time for that. I'm using it for GalaxyCon.
Are you saying road trip?
Yeah, I wish.
See, I wish I had the money to go this past one that they just did in April because Christopher Lloyd was there.
Mm. Yeah, he came to one close. Actually, I want to say it was DC a couple years ago because I think maybe it wasn't. I'm trying to think somewhere else because I think Michael J. Fox and Leah Thompson were
Michael
there
J.
too.
Fox, Leah Thompson. And, well, okay, so basically, Marty, Doc, Lorraine, and every once in a while, Tom Wilson will make an appearance. They
Biff?
all went and did a con. Yeah, they all went and did a con tour for the 35th anniversary of Back to the Future. So, or actually, it would have been the 30th because the 35th was last year, which would have been COVID time.
Yes.
But yeah, no, they made the rounds for that 30th anniversary. So yeah, it probably was just a few years ago.
Yeah, that'd have been nice. Yeah, looking forward to GalaxyCon, which is in Raleigh, North Carolina. Clerks 3 is coming out, I think, later this year. So you got, Dante and...
Yep, they were all just in Cleveland.
Yeah, they're going to be down in Raleigh, and Kevin Smith's going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, I'm going to go meet Kevin Smith because I've been a fan of
the
his.
Man is amazing to me.
Yeah.
When this is gonna sound weird, but when Yoga Hosers came out, he actually did a tour of a bunch of Comic Cons, and me and one of my friends drove down to Louisville, Kentucky, from Cleveland, which was like a 7-hour drive, just to meet Kevin Smith. Stan Lee was there too, so it was a pretty amazing adventure.
Yeah.
God rest his soul. And he brought his daughter with him. So not only do we get to meet Kevin, but we got to meet Harley Quinn Smith too. So that was a lot of, and we got to watch Yoga Hosers for free.
Nice.
So it was a fun trip. But no, Kevin is an amazing person to meet. Jay Muse is actually a lot of fun too.
Yep.
I've heard that Jeff Anderson can be a little bit of an asshole, so
which is why he doesn't go to a lot of those. But yeah, I've met Jason Mewes and Brian O'Halloran before in Nashville about 6-ish years ago.
Yeah.
And talked to Brian O'Halloran a lot during the weekend because me and my buddy who were there, were wearing our team's hockey hats, and he's a always has the season pass for the Rangers. So we talked hockey just every time we'd be passed by or whatnot, So it was surreal.
The last convention I went to before COVID destroyed the world, Dean Cain was at Steel City Con, and he brought the Superman suit from Lois and Clark with him.
Oh.
And I was standing in line to meet somebody. I can't remember who it was. He walked past me and broke the Neutrona wand off my proton pack.
Oh.
So I was, needless to say, looking for some kryptonite.
Yeah.
And the man didn't say anything?
He kind of just went, "Oh, I'm sorry," and I'm sitting there like trying to catch my Neutrona wand because it was 3D printed, and if it fell, it would have, looked like a Lego set. And I'm just like, "Really, Superman?" So and then I walk past his booth, and he's like, "Hey, is that going to be expensive to fix?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's going to be real expensive to fix because this is a custom-made 3D printed wand." And the V-hook was 3D printed and everything, so I had to buy a whole new set. And he goes, "Well, how much is that going to cost?" I'm like, "I don't know, probably a good $100-$150 because I got to redo all the electronics and everything too." Wrote me a check that bounced.
Wow.
So the Man of Steel is broke.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he gets for being a reporter.
All
Guys,
right.
what do you want to do? You want to cut it early, or do you just want a banner for 15 minutes? Or...
Well, we'll go ahead and do the outro, I guess, as they say.
Oh, yeah, what's coming up next week, right?
Yes. Here you go, sir.
Oh, am I reading?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So,
Remind me to send you guys all of our sponsors and stuff, too, so that you guys can do reads.
yes. Oh, come on now.
For next week.
Yeah.
Echo. Let's do it.
I wasn't ready for that. Okay, all right, fine. We'll do the echo. All right, so we got coming up next week. So we'll do a little bit more warning for this. We are talking Doctor Strange, so there will probably be some spoilers involved.
Okay.
We
I
decided to
can
wait
produce
that.
next week's show.
We decided to wait an additional week. Okay, no, that's too much. So yeah, give more people a chance to go through and see it. And then
So you're telling me that I need to go see the damn movie?
I mean, yeah.
If you haven't seen it already, shame on you.
Okay.
We saw it opening night.
I've been
Oh.
out of work since the end of October, so money is tighter than my asshole.
Yeah, I went and saw it again yesterday too.
Bastard.
Okay, so
Yeah.
is it okay? This shouldn't be a spoiler because anybody that's seen any other Sam Raimi movies other than Spider-Man should know what I'm talking about. Is it that much of a Sam Raimi movie?
Yes.
It definitely has some aspects of it. So it's kind of a mixture of.
Should I bring my boomstick?
I mean, you should always carry that.
And for people that don't get that reference, shame on you.
Yes, very, very much so. You don't get it, do you? Yeah, I figured. I'll let you borrow 'em.
All three,
Yes.
plus the TV show.
Yes.
Now we're talking Evil Dead.
Yes.
Yes.
I got that part.
Yeah, but you haven't seen them though.
I seen the first one.
Dude,
Maybe the second one.
you're missing the best one out of all of them.
Yes.
And it has to be the Bruce Campbell versus Army of Darkness
Yes,
version.
with that ending.
Yes.
Yes.
Now he has
Let you
no
borrow.
clue what we're talking about.
Yes, I'll let you borrow. So, yeah, anyway, so probably will be some spoilers. We may not try to just like outwardly spoil anything, but let's face it, we're talking about it. Probably will happen.
Now, for the weekly top 10,
Mm-hmm.
you're probably going to wish you were here for this one.
So we're doing top 10 Ghostbuster moments.
Hey, I mean, I'm producing the show every week, so I'll be here. I mean,
Yep.
Now, does this include the 2016 Abomination or just original canon?
Just 1, 2, and Afterlife.
So we're not even throwing in Real Ghostbusters, the video game, or Extreme Ghostbusters?
Yeah, we can. We'll just leave 2016 out of it.
Yeah.
And yes, we do believe in a fully functional Busterverse. We are just personally not fans of that particular movie.
Not as a Ghostbusters movie. I
If it was
enjoyed the
called
movie,
anything, if it
Yeah.
was called anything but Ghostbusters,
Yep.
that's the way I look at it.
Yep. Because I mean, I enjoyed the movie, but not as a Ghostbuster movie.
Thanks, Paul.
So
I walked out of the theater the second there was a queef joke.
I hadn't watched it.
Yeah,
in a
I
while.
probably
Forgot
missed
about
that
that.
one. Yeah.
So then for our collectibles, we're doing Rocketeer-based collectibles.
The Rocketeer has
Oh, yeah.
collectibles?
Oh yeah,
My friend Roger's going to tune in for that. He loves the Rocketeer.
yep. I've got some statues. I might possibly have the helmet.
If you had that helmet, do you think it would be something you'd wear?
I've tried. My ears are too big to get it off easily. I got scared for a little bit.
The first ever Batman cowl I bought, it was the same way.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was a replica of the Dark Knight one.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those, like, I know I can, like, sand off some of the parts, where it goes right here, so it'll slide on and off easier.
Is
But
it 3D printed or is it metal?
I want to say it's probably 3D printed.
Okay.
No,
Official release or?
No. I got it from a guy who hand makes each one of them.
So you have a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy.
Basically, yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I like those guys. That's how I got my 3D printed wand for my proto pack.
But yeah, I've been wanting one of those for years.
I have the Spirit Pack, and the wand that comes with that is just way too small. So I had somebody 3D print me an 88% scale, and it actually fit just about right. Now it has the Spengler's Neutrona wand on it, so I've upgraded. But when the HasLab pack comes in, it's going on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's next week.
Yep.
So, when we do the crossover, my 1 year anniversary is May 26th. So that would be the week that we do the crossover. Since
We don't have anything that week.
Do we?
Oh, yeah. No, yeah, we do. But we can push that one to the following week. No spoilers. Yeah. That's quite all right.
So, what I was going to do for my 1 year anniversary on Redline, I'm going to be putting out the call, as they say, to my former coworkers at Blockbuster to kind of redo my original episode on Redline, but with more people than just one person. And since you used to work at Blockbuster, I think that might just work out perfectly.
Yeah. I mean, I said it really was. It's one of my absolute favorite jobs I ever worked at.
Man, I tried getting in because there used to be, up until like 3-4 years ago, there was still a brick and mortar rental store here in Northeast Ohio. And every year I put in an application. Oh, you used to work at Blockbuster? Yes. Oh, you'd fit in perfectly here. Never got a call back. And I knew it was going to be minimum wage. I knew it was only going to be part-time. And I was like, look, I'll go get another job. Like, I don't care. Like, I miss this.
Yes.
There's just something about working in a video store.
Yeah. My parents lived in South Carolina for a few years, and right by their apartment complex was an actual rental place.
Yeah.
And, I mean, as soon as I would go get down there, I would immediately say hi to my parents, all that stuff, walk immediately over there and rent a few movies just to walk around and feel that again. So I don't know if it's still there or not. My parents moved back up here and all that so I don't know if they're still there or not, but
it's weird because their website is still up. Like the video store that I'm talking about here, their website is still up. Like, they still have stores in other states. I don't want to say who they are because, God forbid, but the one thing that I am trying to do for my anniversary episode, and I'm hoping I can make it happen, I want to get in touch with Sandy, the owner of the last Blockbuster, and see if I can have her make an appearance on the show. Because, like, what we did last year, I'm probably going to have to throw this up when it comes down to that week. What we did was last year we called the last Blockbuster and actually spoke to one of their employees.
oh, yeah, that's amazing.
So I'm hoping that I'll be able to make that happen. I'm actually going to email her tomorrow and be like, hey, former Blockbuster employee here. I have a podcast. Are you guys still in business? Like, because I do want to go out there, because any former employee that shows up with a uniform gets their picture taken for their wall of fame.
Oh.
And they get to sign it.
God, I wonder if I'll have to look.
I still have mine. It doesn't fit anymore, but I still have it. Now,
Right.
how long did you work there? Were you working there during the dark days, or were you gone before the dark days?
Pretty sure. See, I started working there 2004, and I was probably there. I was probably there only maybe about a year, maybe a little over a year.
So you never got to see the final uniform.
No, no, I didn't.
Oh, the final uniform was cool. It was a black T-shirt, and it just had like a sewn-on Blockbuster logo on the sleeve,
Mm,
and it was silver, and it said Blockbuster Media on it. And they even changed the name tags to like a silver ticket instead of the classic yellow and blue,
hmm
and it said Blockbuster Media on it, and that motherfucker was metal. So like if you dropped your name tag, you actually heard it hit the floor.
Yeah, no, that's unfortunately. Yeah, no, I was after when I was there. I'm trying to think before. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 2004.
So I started in 06, maybe the end of 05, and I was there until my store closed.
Mm-hmm.
And it sucks because right when the bankruptcy announcement came out and they put the hiring freeze in place was the day I was supposed to get promoted to manager.
Oh, it's the way that works usually.
Yeah. I had a sad.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But I did fill up quite a few boxes of movies and only paid $1 a piece for them when we closed, so
Nice.
ding on that. I don't have a soundboard here in my house, but
Wonder if I could find. I'm sure I bought movies like when I worked there, whatnot, that may still have the sticker for it. Ooh, I gotta
have
do
a
some
couple.
research.
I have a couple. The funny thing is, like, if I look at a barcode, I can tell you exactly how it's read still to this day. I still remember my old store number, as a matter of fact.
Oh man, holy crap! 2004. That was what, 18 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, old man.
Maybe I should wait and do it next year so that it's the 20th anniversary.
Oh man, that just Mm,
But you see, I think my addiction with buying physical media
mhm.
comes from working at Blockbuster. Like, I
Yeah.
just cannot transition to digital.
No.
There's something about that noise
Mm-hmm.
of opening that case.
Yep.
And the crazy thing is, I actually just recently bought a DVD because it's the only way that the particular movie I was looking for was released.
Yeah, that's what I do with some movies too. I mean, I'll buy the Blu-ray when they finally come out with it, but
Well, this will
usually
probably
keep the DVD.
Yeah, this will probably never see the light of day on Blu-ray, unfortunately. Because it was one of those Lifetime made-for-TV movies.
Oh,
It was the movie that they did about Amanda Berry, Gina DeJesus, and Michelle Knight. It was called Cleveland Abduction. And actually, Tara Manning played Michelle Knight. So her name's not Michelle Knight anymore, but
yeah.
I live in Cleveland. I actually just met Amanda Berry in April.
Nice.
She was at the car show that Redline Radio was at. So, but yeah, fun times.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, guys, we are over our time. But
Yep. Let's
there's
close it out.
Nothing following you guys, so.
All right. Well, till next week.
Mm-hmm.
This is Josh.
And it's Tyler.
And I'm the man behind the curtain.
See y'all next week.